You guys disguised yourselves as members of the famous publishing local, all the local criers and printing presses. They share the stories of medieval town and villages, MTV, and you specifically were from the publication Mansions with a Z. You were here to do some reporting on his beautiful mansion. And you guys wore a mask that was given to you by Thistle that converted Doc into an old, frail woman who posed as the owner of Mansions. And so you guys got into his home and started investigating. And you guys had gathered some key information which really proved that he was, in fact, not telling you guys the whole truth and was being somewhat nefarious. And then he caught on, turned into a monstrous undead creature, and battle ensued. Just as you guys killed him and one of his people, his loyal cook, you guys were then met by the guards, who fortunately believed you and were taking you back to the guardhouse to help figure out more of what was going on. When, of course, as you were hoping the dust was beginning to settle, alas, it did not. And as you came back down the hill from where the nobleman's house was, you saw a strange, dark ship approaching. You guys find yourselves in front of the big hole in Docks on the Dock, and in front of you is this large undead captain. He's like twice the size of any human you've ever seen, massive, and he has two of his minions that have kept loyalty to him and have not gotten distracted, and they are kind of flanking him on either side. And he looks at you and says, "Do you pretend to be able to guard this town from me?" And pulls the anchor back and holds it in his hands and braces himself for battle with you guys. So, do you guys want to do, I'll give each of you kind of one action, one reaction before we have to actually roll for initiative and go into combat. What do you guys do in the face of all of this?
Doc kind of steps away from the carriage and assesses everything. Well, Mrs. Applebottom, the small, frail owner of MTV's Mansions, and Mrs. Applebottom kind of steps forward, pulls the mace out of her purse, and she just kind of holds it like she takes the thing and flips it up in the air and catches it by the handle again multiple times and just stares at this thing. And as Doc wills the mask off, that's how it works. He just kind of wills it off and regains his form. He channels his divinity. And you just kind of see and feel the power of the ocean kind of just whip up around him as he grabs his shield and his mace. And so we're channeling divinity, and it's not Marine Lair like everyone's probably thinking, but Fury of the Tides. Fury of the Tides. So that means anytime he hits somebody, and if he can hit them into something, they will deal an extra +3 bludgeoning damage. And he says, I think he just doesn't even know what to say. for half a moment. Like as he decides, am I really going to like? Am I doing this? You can just see Doc like a light switch flip in his mind where he realizes he has spent 100+ years taking care of this place in the city, had no desire to go out and really do any serious adventuring again. And you just kind of see this moment as he sees the hole in his tavern, just be like, yeah, I'm going to defend this city and you are going down. And just points the mace straight at the guy.
Great. I love that. Yeah, I think cinematically, they're right here on the docks. I mean, as you channel that divinity, it's like the ocean itself is responding and the waves start to whip up even higher. And it's like the spray of the sea is like coming around you and almost becoming like still. And you just see the ocean responding with the same rage that you're feeling in this moment. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think, did I understand that right? Fury of the Tides allows you to knock people back, basically?
Yeah, it knocks them back 10 feet.
Great.
With any hit, and if I can knock them into something, it does an extra +3 bludgeoning damage.
Amazing. For our, Demon Hunter fans, people who like that show, it's like how he, the water, comes with all of his attacks. That's rad. Okay. What else? Anyone else doing anything as they kind of brace themselves to engage in Mortal Kombat?
Which undead did Butterbeard? Did Butterbeard and Frank go for the same guy, or was just Frank and Butterbeard just kind of vaguely in the mix?
Yeah, picture if this is Lord of the Rings, you have the Fellowship in the foreground battling, and in the background you just have hordes of things happening.
Okay, so it's not a specific person in our own combat that they're targeting.
Yeah, they're not going to have an initiative order for this. They're just going to be kind of fighting in the background.
Okay.
Otherwise, there'd be 6 or 7 undead with you that are fighting against you guys, but they're peeling a lot of those enemies off. So it's only these 2 remaining zombies that are here.
Okay, so can I move my character piece? Is that good? Is that okay?
Yeah, you can move.
Okay. She's gonna hop up here, so she's on this portion of this stack of 2, so that she can get some high ground for these 2 guys.
Great. Okay. So you find some just whatever cargo that's been left on the dock here, and you're gonna climb up on top of it to try and get some high ground. I love that.
And can she ready an action if she gets attacked, or if she gets attacked?
Yeah, I'll let you ready an action.
She'll have Firebolt ready to go for whoever ends up hitting her first.
Okay. All right.
Donna, almost uncharacteristically, would grab his mace and shield, preparing for battle, as he kind of just calls out, and he's, life is precious, and yet you revel in its demise. What is your goal here?
The captain says, my goal is chaos. My goal is death. My goal is dominion over this town that claims to be so beautiful and so bright, to show you for what you really are. And he kind of starts spinning the anchor again, kind of preparing to, it looks like he may be preparing to his next attack.
He'd probably just respond back to him. He goes, is it clear that you said he's a lich, and you were explaining to us it's a lich, but is it clear that this thing is an undead itself, or is liches are wizards that command the undead? So is this guy clearly undead as well?
Yeah, he is certainly also undead. He's an undead kind of monstrous form. And he's
all right.
Lich is kind
then
of loose,
Ghana would just say, then you will be laid to rest.
Yeah. Usually, maybe I'm wrong, but usually images I've seen of liches are usually they're kind of undead looking wizards.
Yeah, they take on the aspects of
Yeah.
undeath.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, as would You know, he'd kind of like flicker his hand, and you'd see like this minor illusion, kind of like Graw flickering behind him. I may be tired. I may not have a lot left. But Graw is more than ready to tear you apart. And he is going to move back, and as he's stepping behind Doc and Ghana, he's gonna kind of speak to them. Graw is here to protect you. If you need help, let me know, and I can turn these creatures around, and they will run from Graw. And you kind of see this like this odd aggression, but like protective. Like he is dead set on protecting his friends.
Yeah, almost like a unexpected confidence. Like, why does this kid seem so like believe that he can actually do something here? Like, this is like an intimidating confidence almost. I love that.
It's funny, especially because of how Ghana would respond. Because he would turn back to him and be like, "Be careful to speak in certainties. This is an unknown foe."
Only a Sith speaks in absolutes.
Yes.
As you guys ready your weapons, Frank then also runs up and he comes up to you, Doc, and he says, "Look, it's been a while, and I'm going to do what I can to help. I'm a little bit rusty on some of this stuff, but here's what I know. This thing looks to be some kind of a lich, and if I know anything about them from my days, it's that they have some kind of a phylactery somewhere, some kind of a soul box, something that is keeping it alive, and we know it's nowhere near here. Here's my theory. Here's what I'm thinking is going on. I think that this thing is going to be severely weakened, having stretched itself so far from its phylactery. So we can use that to our advantage. Maybe we'll be able to survive this battle today. A lich at full strength, and this crew here, we'd be goners. But I think that maybe it's overextended itself, and we might have a chance. So do your best. I'll lay some cover and keep you guys protected. And if we can get this thing killed today, maybe we can hunt down its phylactery and put it to death for good. Let me know if you need anything." And he turns and starts doing his magic and trying to keep a bunch of other undead away from you guys from your flanks, so that you only have to deal with what's right in front of you. With that, I'm going to go ahead and have you guys roll for initiative.
All right. 11.
15.
11 for Polaris, 15 for Boots,
For Ez.
for Ez,
18
Who's
for
Boots?
Ghana.
I know, right?
18
17
for
for
Ghana,
Doc.
and 17 for Doc.
Dang, good roll
I'll tell
start.
you
Okay,
what.
guys, let's go.
Good rolls.
Let's go.
Yeah, you guys really got to jump on this guy. I think narratively we'll say, you guys, like, he was walking up, and like this whole thing as it happened, like, kind of caught him off guard. Like, he didn't see you guys pulling up. You guys, it's like Fast and Furious. Like when the carriage pulled up, it like whipped around, and like you guys drifted into the scene and like jumped out while it was still drifting, and it like continued to spin, and you guys landed there, and like the dust came up, and he was like, "What the heck?" And you guys were like already just fully ready to go, because you guys were still had your adrenaline going, and you're all pumped from the last fight you were in. Great. Okay. Well, with that means Ghana, you're up first.
His priority is protecting the team first, so like always, he's going to cast Bless.
Voice.
Excellent.
Does
that affect everyone in the party?
Yeah. 3 targets. So
Yeah,
he
okay.
targets everyone except for himself.
Okay.
But
And
he is
That
going
means everyone
to
gets plus 1d4 for their attacker saving throws.
any
Okay.
any attack or saving throw, you get an additional 1d4.
Excellent.
And then he would probably step this way, knowing that Doc has the other angle, but he'd put himself between him and Ez because last time Ez didn't fare so well.
Glass cannon.
Okay. Is he doing
He
anything
would just
else?
take a defensive stance, just getting ready, knowing that there's undeads coming.
You pull your shield up, and like in a movie, it makes that shield noise that shields always make. That even though shields wouldn't really make a noise, it just like makes that little like you're locking in there. Okay, Doc, you're up next.
Doc runs up to the edge of the wall there. You know, there's that space down, and he pulls out his crossbow, and he shoots just straight kind of at. Is the guy taller than the wall?
Yes. Yeah, this
Okay.
wall is maybe like a 4 foot high wall.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 or 5 feet high, and he's like 8 feet tall.
Okay, so Doc's like even with him now. Okay, perfect. So, and he goes to shoot. So, let's see. So, I have a question. With Bless, is this on my attack roll that I get the plus for, or the
Yes, attack or saving throws. You
Gotcha.
get an
Yeah.
additional D4.
But not on the damage itself.
Yeah, right. Is a 19 hit?
Well, you get 19 plus another 4, right?
Well, I know. So I was just going to ask if it hits. 19, 20.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. So, go for the damage roll. 3 damage, just straight at him in the chest.
Okay. And then I'm trying to remember, as we're getting used to how this mechanic works, does that give you an opportunity to knock him back?
It does. It does say that any attack. So I would assume that the arrow attack would count. So yeah, it would knock him back
And what
10
is the area of this thing?
10 feet.
It knocks him back 10 feet, so it knocks him back that far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, I mean the area of effect of like your channel divinity. Is it like any creature within a certain range?
For Fury of the Tides, once per turn for the duration, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can choose to push the target 10 feet away from you. That's all
there's
it
no
says.
range.
No range, yeah.
Crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, just pushing people around.
Pushing people around.
That's
If
exactly
you
what.
played Hades and you get Poseidon upgrades, that's exactly what it does. It just knocks everyone away. All our Hades 2 fans out there. Good game. Great. Okay, so he got knocked back and screams in fury as like just it looks like a wave as you fire this arrow. The arrow just kind of sticks into him and he seems to kind of slough it off, but he like stumbles back a couple steps and seems kind of caught off guard by the sheer like force of this seemingly insignificant crossbow bolt. Okay. Do you do anything else with your bonus action?
Nope.
Okay. Ez, you're up.
So Ez is going to see that Ghana is protecting the right flank, or his left flank, and his right flank is open, but Polaris is there. Ez is no strategist. He's gonna go after this guy, and he's going to, to protect Ghana in his mindset. And he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers at a first level against that creature. And he's gonna point and shout out, "Graw, protect Ghana!" And then the creature has to make a Wisdom saving throw. It's got to meet or beat a 14.
It does not.
Okay, so if it survives this, there's a secondary thing for it, so just let me know. But it is going to deal... What is that? 12 psychic
12
damage.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, this zombie what is happening here? Like in terms of what it experiences, is it experiencing just this roaring bear in its ears?
Yeah. So what it experiences is as if like Graw is charging him. So imagine like this roar is getting louder and louder and louder until all of a sudden it hits him. And then when it hits him, those like thousands of whispers, like just kind of as if it's like a firework went off and they're kind of like whistling around in all different directions. And this would be audible for everybody to hear. So everyone would hear this.
Interesting. And so this undead sailor, like something about it's lingering humanity. As you can see, instead of just being this unthinking, robot, basically, it in this moment becomes just terrified, and it puts its hands over its ears, and it's like just screaming, and it takes 12 damage, and it's looking really bad. It's almost like you can see physically that it's like making it look even more battered and beaten than it already was.
And then it does now, since it survived, has to take its reaction to run as far away in the opposite direction of me as it can.
Great. Okay. So it's going to go 10, 20, 30. It's running. Basically, it's going to run back toward its captain in fear, looking for protection from this.
And then Ez is going to use his movement, since his flank is now open. He's going to move closer. He's going to kind of prop himself in between that like group of whatever that is, sack of grain or whatever,
cargo,
and the wall.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of like in that little crevice there.
Amazing. Okay. So Ez does this powerful magic attack and then kind of ducks off to the side to hide in some shadows and keep himself out of the limelight. Wonderful. And then Polaris, that leaves you. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you. Seeing that one run away and Doc focusing on big guy with his back to B, she's going to firebolt at B.
Great. Okay. Yeah, this other undead that's kind of gotten up over the wall and behind Doc, you're firing a firebolt at it.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
21.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Good job.
Well, 21 plus whatever the D4 would have been.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys know it's higher than 21.
5 damage.
Great. Okay. And actually, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to decide if I want to have fire do additional damage, because I feel like normal undead would take additional damage, but these guys are all
They're
damp
like
and
water. Yeah, water undead.
So they're a little bit more immune to that kind of fire. So that's fine. Okay. Thematically, I like the idea, but I do think that he doesn't like that fire, and it freaks him out, and he's now kind of aggro on you. He's going to turn toward you, and he's pretty upset.
She's going to take note that like it didn't seem to char him quite as much as she'd hoped it would, like it did the other undead she's done that to.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll take note of that.
So, it is now the undead's turn, and the one who ran away, it can now. That was just in the moment, right? It's not like permanently feared, right?
It was its reaction to use whatever movement it had. So, yeah.
Now it can do normal stuff.
Great. So it's now going to try and head back toward you, and it can only do so much. But it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's back where it was before. And it's going to look for anything on the ground around it that it can throw. And so it's just going to pick up some like some of that cargo that was on the ground, some random like pots and pans and things, and it's going to throw something toward toward Ghana. But it's not good at throwing, so it's going to attack with disadvantage. Does a 1 hit you?
I don't know. I gotta check my armor class.
Big swing there.
No, and a 1 does not hit.
So it grabs just some debris up from the ground and throws it at you. Like maybe not pots and pans. I got like some planks of wood and stuff from some things that have been already destroyed as this all happened, and it throws it and it just like clatters on the ground next to you, and it just like yells in frustration. And then
Anna just
the other
looked at it. Poor soul.
soul indeed. The other undead is now furious with you, Polaris, and it's going to charge toward you. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can get to you. And it's going to swipe at you. Because you're up high, I'm going to give it disadvantage as well on its ability to be able to attack. Does a 6 hit?
No.
Okay. It's a good thing it had disadvantage because its first roll was a nat 20.
Oh my god.
So it runs to the base
gosh.
of this cargo that you're poised on top of, and it's just swinging up at you, but it can't quite. You're able to dexterously dodge it as it's just clambering. It can't quite climb up there. And then this scary-looking lich is going to take his turn, and he strides forward. He seems completely unrushed, unhurried, unimpressed by anything that you guys are doing. Though maybe a little taken aback by the fact that you're able to push him. I think it takes 1, 2, 3. Basically, he's going to end up right here. He's walking up, and because he's so tall, he can look over this sort of wall that's between where docks is and where the ship is crashed into the docks themselves. And looking over this wall, basically you can see him from the chest up. He points forward, and because Doc, you're the one that attacked him, he points right at you, and he just kind of scoffs, and you see this strange green energy appearing around his hand, and then fire forward, and he is sending some kind of magical attack at you. Does a 16 hit?
It does not.
Okay, so the first one just glances off your armor, and frustrated, he then decides to just swing at you because he's close enough. And he's going to hit a nat 1. He swings at you, and because you're kind of ducking behind this wall, he smashes his hand into the wall itself, and some rubble goes across the way, and you're a little bit less well hidden, but he ended up doing 1d4 damage to himself, which is a 3. So he did 3 damage to his own hand, and he's just so frustrated. And you notice, well, I'll let, I guess, Polaris and Doc, since you guys are here and can kind of see him, you guys can both roll for perception.
14.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you both notice that he seems kind of surprised that hurt so much. Like, he maybe is used to feeling kind of invincible, and all of a sudden it's like this made him bleed a little bit, and he didn't expect that. Okay. We're back to the top of the initiative order. Ghana, that's you.
Ghana, we'll point at this one. Say, this is a soul that you cannot have, as he is going to toll the dead.
All right.
It needs to make a wisdom save. As church bells can be heard ringing.
That's That's a 9. These guys are not real wise.
Right. And he is going to take 4 necrotic damage.
Great. I love this zombie is being just psychologically destroyed.
Poor zombie.
No physical damage at all. He's just like, he heard roaring before, and now he's hearing church bells, and he's just reeling in pain and agony. Something deep within him, he recalls, there's a part of him that still remembers being human. It was not long ago. He only recently got turned undead. And so some part of him is having this inner conflict, and he's hearing the church bells and wanting to be good and having these undead impulses and the being under the thrall of this lich, and it just racks him with pain as he takes another several damage. Great. Okay, are you doing anything else then?
Oh, he is not. Yeah, I forgot. He's going to meet him like head on, and goes, "Do not fight. Passing on."
Great. So you approach, bring up your shield.
Almost non-hostily, almost like a
Yeah. They're trying to get him to.
reaching out to him.
Yeah. You know what? I'll give you an opportunity if you want to. He's now. This is like Pokemon, where instead of killing it, you can.
He's
try to
in the
end this
red. Throw the
non-lethally.
ball. Throw the ball.
Yeah, now that it's low enough, you can roll for persuasion. You can throw a Pokeball at it. You can roll for persuasion and see if you can convince it to stand down. It's going to be a hard check.
Nope, that's a 7. Apparently, attacking it, then trying to get it to stand down isn't the play.
I think for a moment it seems like you're almost reaching through. The bells seem to have connected with the humanity that's deeply, deeply buried, but the power of the lich is still too strong. And it kind of shakes it off and screams at you with its gross undead saliva splashing out.
Melee range.
Okay. That is you, Doc. What are you going to do?
I'm going to hit this thing with my mace since it's close enough. It is close enough, correct?
Yeah,
Like I can just... Okay.
It's standing basically, again, on its turn, it smashed part of that like cobblestone wall that you were kind of hiding behind, hurting its own hand in the process. So now you're standing there completely unprotected in front of this undead captain. So yeah, you could swing your mace at it.
10. There's a 12 hit.
I don't think so. Let me double check. No, it does not.
Okay. Then Doc swings and whatever happens. He does not.
But you have blessed. Did you use your +4?
I did.
That was
Yeah,
with the
that was
D4.
with the bullet. Yeah.
Okay. And then do you do anything with your bonus action?
No.
Okay. All right. Then, Gra, Ez, you're up.
All right, so Ez, seeing Polaris, is now kind of pushed up on the ledge there with the dead creature in front of her. Ez is going to now point over and, Gra, help Polaris. And you're going to hear the same exact thing, like a train going through. Ghana's going to hear the roar, and then almost as if it's like charging past Ghana, and then Polaris going to hear it get close to her, and then it's going to just hit this undead creature, and it needs to make another wisdom saving throw. And then once it gets hit, it just all these whispers again, just like a firework going off.
And it also fails. Again,
Nice.
These guys are not real wise.
So that is going to be a total of 13 psychic damage. And then it has to take its reaction to run as far as it can from me. And then, yeah.
So, what was the movement getting to her? Because this is still the same turn. So he wouldn't have a full amount of movement running away. Only
Oh, you know what? Good
left over
point.
From his turn.
Yeah, he had
Yeah, 'cause
used,
it
so
does
he only have a
stay-
couple.
He was right next to her.
Yeah, it just says
You
it
just
moves
want
as
to
far as
get
its
up
speed
to me.
allows.
Yeah, he was
so
like
whatever
over
its-
here, so
whatever
he
its
only had a
speed
little
is.
bit left.
I think
No,
he
no,
went
no.
4 spaces to get next to her.
Yeah, so I think he's
That
only
was
got
the
a couple left.
previous turn. He slashed right at her.
Yeah. Okay. So
Right.
he can only go a few spots away. So okay,
still.
that puts him kind of halfway in between Doc and Polaris.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
But that gives you guys both a little bit of breathing room. That's good. And then I guess as he ran away, because he was running away from being within melee distance, that will give you an attack of opportunity, Polaris.
Yes, please.
teamwork.
She gonna do that. With her dagger. Let me see. 12.
Uh,
Oh wait, hold on. Nope.
Add
Hold
your
on.
four.
D4. So
4, dang, so 16.
yeah, 16. I can math.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit.
Yay. Okay. 4 damage or 5 damage. Yay. Nice.
Sweet.
I love the idea that you have you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen Puss in Boots. He's got his little cat dagger that they call Catito, and he's got his little, it's like a smaller dagger with a cat face on it.
That's cute.
Anyway, so you swing at it. So he turns to run, and you have the opportunity. You take out your dagger, and you plunge it right into the back of his, I guess, head. And he, between the incredible psychic damage he just took and the plunging of this dagger, he collapses there and falls to the ground, and he is dead. I'm gonna put his dead body right there because you killed him before he could get away.
And then, as with his bonus action, is going to look at Doc. His eyes are going to kind of glow purple for a second. Seeing that Doc is struggling hitting the Lich, he's actually going to give him a bardic inspiration. So Doc gets 1d6 that he can use for either an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw in addition to bless.
You just give him finger guns, like, "Hey, you got this, man."
No, so but the way that it's going to look is in Doc's head, he's going to hear the whispers of the forest kind of point out weaknesses of the Lich and point out like the whispers are guiding him towards like the weak, vulnerable points on the body of the Lich.
Like
And
in a
Doc
video
is
game,
kind
all of
of
a sudden,
getting-
all the critical strike
Is
bots
that
on the enemy start
is
to
it
glow.
Borderlands when you go into like slow mode and like it points out like the vital points.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but you hear all these different voices and tones of whatever it might be, kind of guiding you into your next strike.
Awesome. I love that. Cool. Okay, then Polaris, you're up.
Oh, she's gonna notch an arrow and let it fly at a big baddie over there by Doc.
Great. Okay.
That would be 22.
22 hits.
Perfect. So then, let's see. It'd be 4 damage. And then, since an ally is within 5 feet, right?
Yes.
I'm going to do sneak attack to add an extra 2d6.
Okay. That works. I'm gonna give you sneak attack on this guy.
So another 5.
Okay. What was the first one? 4 and then another 5.
Um,
So
Yeah.
9 total. Yeah.
yeah, I think so. Someone with a better memory than me will have to correct that.
Yep. And then I'll double
But you're
check later. I
shooting
can't
with a
remember with a bow. I'm trying to remember if you have to have someone next to you or next to the enemy. I think
Next to the enemy.
Next to the
It's
enemy.
next to the enemy, yeah.
great. Okay, cool. Okay. So you fire an arrow and it lands in his other shoulder. So now he's got a bolt sticking out of one shoulder, an arrow sticking out of the other. And still looking pretty strong, but definitely, bleeding. Do you do anything else with your turn?
Nope, that'll be it for her.
Okay. So then our undead zombie over here is gonna swing at you, Ghana, and just mindlessly enraged, goes to claw at you, and an 8, I'm assuming, does not hit.
Blocks with the shield.
Great. So you manage to block it, and he just again kind of screams in frustration, and the Lich will now take his turn. He's going to look at now with some frustration. He's going to first try to get this guy out of his face. So Doc, he's going to swing at you with his arm, and does a 19 hit you?
19 is my armor class, so I guess tie goes to him.
Yeah, meets beats, unfortunately. So he's going to roll. He does 7 damage.
Okay.
And then I think let me just make sure I understand how this works. Then he's going to disappear. So you see in front of you, he swings, does some damage, and then kind of smirks, and then just like disappears in a puff of smoke. And you don't know what's going on with that. Great. Okay.
Ignore the fact that we can see the DM hovering.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
you don't
not
have to know
liking
that.
where that little invisible DM hovering just went.
You don't know he's there.
You don't see anything.
Cats
Ignore
the
people
man
behind the
can't see
curtain.
all the time.
But he was standing
Could be
here,
anywhere.
correct? He was standing here, correct?
Yeah, he was
That's
right in
where
front
he
of
started? Okay.
Yep.
Polaris is just like sniffing. I smell something.
Yep. Cats see things all the time.
Yep. Okay. So that's his turn. And it is now back to you, Ghana.
A little bit frustrated that he just disappeared. He's going to just scream out, like, in this general direction, like, release your hold on him. And he is going to reach out, put his hand on his head, and cast Hold the Dead again.
Okay. He has to do a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Dang. Well, he rolled a 19, but that's actually
Nothing
17.
Nothing happens.
It's still a pass? Okay. So this time it doesn't quite get through to him the same way. He's gone too far. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, he's pretty committed to trying to put this guy to rest.
I know it's psychologically that it's like he's hearing bells in his mind, but I like the idea that you just have like a little bell that you take out. It's like, dee, 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 dee.
Oh, like the giant church bell thing.
Yeah, but
Wow.
you just have a tiny one. Yeah. Okay, Doc, you're up.
I guess because I'll ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Would Divine Sense give him any clue where this thing went? If he's within 60 feet of him? Okay.
I think so.
All right, so I'm going to use one of my Divine Senses, and Doc is going to turn and just kind of study the area. Let's give this some flavor, like kind of the energy of the waves that kind of just spread out from Doc, like his divine water powers, and he's just like looking to sense any disturbances in the waters around him for this undead.
Oh
Divine
yeah, like the
sonar.
ocean spray is like going out, and it's like
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So yeah, you get a sense as you do that, you can. It's like I love that idea, and I like the idea that you can almost see it's like in the air, you can see where there's ripples where something is off, and so it's like just beneath the surface of the water. Now about 15 feet behind you, you can see what looks like the ripple of this lich, and you can tell that is where it's gone to.
Hey guys, my name is Mark and I'm the lead pastor at Lux Digital Church. I hope you're enjoying the D&D campaign, the show today. I hope you're having a great time hanging out with the entire crew. And I also wanted to tell you that over in our Discord server, we have an ongoing Dungeons & Dragons West Marcher style campaign. That means you can jump in and play at any time that is convenient for you, as long as there's a game being offered with a variety of different dungeon masters and players. We have games that are posted every single month that you can join in with, starting at level 1 and going the whole way up through level 15 in D&D in the new 2024 5th edition rules. If you're interested in joining in and playing some D&D with us, all you have to do is join our Discord server at discord.gg/luxdigitalchurch, and then go ahead and grab the D&D rule, slide down inside of the channels to the Play D&D section. You can look there and find different videos on character creation, different elements of the world that we're playing in, and then you can submit your character and jump in an adventure off of the guild board soon. Once again, I hope you've been enjoying the show and the live stream, and we hope to see you over in the Lux Discord to play D&D with us very soon.